Oh, good. Check it. I think where everything's working here. It's what is it? 3:15 in the morning. Nobody up but me and Lincoln Central. Where's home? There's home. I got a roll of nickels over here. It's 1956. It's got an Apmex label on it. Got these from Lemonhead Penny, and they've been calling me. Well, I figure, let's look at the darn things and see what, an Apmex roll is all about. And these are 1956, and they look to be pretty good. Sometimes you can get these BU rolls, and it's hit or miss, right? Is there something in there that's worth it? Is it just, kind of okay? I've gotten BU rolls before, and you can pick them up for a good price, and you can sell them for, two for $1 or $1 a piece, and that's great. A lot of times you'll take a hit on some. Let me open this because I can't stand it anymore. Gold penny with that thing. That's a big penny right there. That's a PV penny. That's copper. Okay, let's see if we can open it. Okay, I use a toothpick. All right, go in along the side. I see people take like a screwdriver or something, go in through there, and that's quick. It rips the whole end off. I can't do it like I used to be able to do it. Some of these young people, they got the fingernails, and they got the dexterity. They can get in there real easy. But if you ain't got a toothpick, works great. Just rip it, gets it started, and let's see what we got. Cause every now and then one of these BU rolls is going to put out some gold. All right, let's get rid of this real easy and quick. Lift gently. You don't want to smash these things around. There we go. That all of them? That's all of them. Is that an original wrapper? I don't think so, from 56. No. But what do we got? We got 1956, and they're in decent shape. But, I want to see 63, MS63 before I, let's see if we can get this to work. Offer them up for $1 a piece. Let's see, USB, there it is. And can we see what we got? And let's pick these apart. No, I think I'm going to take it up the ass on this. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, you're in great shape. You're uncirculated, but you got some issues here. This is the ender, so we got some, well, it doesn't feel like it's lifted. We got some contact marks. Something rolled across here. This is probably whatever crimped that roll. All right, there, a little bit right across. That's your ring of death. So this one's shot out. Let's look at the back. Cause 56, you got several dye varieties, but you got to get right in close. So we've got to get a look at that. But I'm interested in these. If I can get 4 steps across there, that's pretty darn good. But it's a tough one. Who's in here? We got Steve D. Copper's kind of like gold. Copper's wonderful. If you got a wheat cent, right, and it's worth $150, well, they're 3.1 grams. They're worth their weight in gold. No fooling. That's all, $150. Okay, there, I think we got this stable. I'm not getting it here. I got most of a step and part of a couple more, but I'm not going to get it on this. That's all right. It's still brilliant. It's still uncirculated. What we got here? We got a little MD right in here. Yeah, they're not awful. No. But we're going to get in and take a look at them nonetheless. We got some dye deterioration down going around here. Pretty minor. They spelled cents wrong. Okay, what I'm looking for is up in, I want to see the tips, the points, the serifs. I'm not catching it right on here. Yeah, we got a few dings here and there. Yeah, they probably came out of a mint bag, judging by that wrapper, probably sometime in the 70s. You get these mint bags, they got $1,000 worth of pennies in them, or $1,000 worth of nickels, or however much. I don't know what they sell, just a big sack. And the dealers will toss them around for a while until they're worth it to open the darn things up and, you know, split that bag. You know, they want to make 50 cents a roll or something per roll, however much it's worth to them. Yeah, this one's shot, but I'm going to look anyway. Because what do you get in these BU rolls? Now, the neat thing with these, if you find a die variety, a lot of times you find several. There you go. I'm going to put them all right back in together in a tube. Let's get the other ender, which is probably one of these. I let it slip, so I don't know which one. Home. But it's got to be one of these. So we'll look at these. Here, we'll set these together. It's probably not that one. So I got 5 candidates. I don't know which one. There's California Greenhorn Fisherman. How you holding up? I almost have a full roll of check later for stuff. I got sacks of check later, right? I find stuff, I pick it out and set it aside. I mean, there's some good stuff, but I never do get back of it. So I got these sacks over here, and they just got, I mean, glorious stuff in there. There's double guys, chips cracked, lambs, probably some 31S's in there, the way I go through stuff. Okay, let's look at this one here. We get pretty decent shape here. But I want to see 63s. A piece of lint. Sometimes I open these rolls and they're all, you know, kind of messed up. All right, well, you take a beating on occasion. But when you get a hit, when you get a good roll, dude, there's good money in those good rolls. That's die deterioration. You see that up around the G? Right up in here. Kind of flowing outward. Beyond the D. Alrighty, let's have a look at his face. And we get some contact. Yeah, I suspect this spent some time in a sack. This is die deterioration under his chin. Chicken skin chin. Let me scroll down. I lost the chat. It's stuck. Oh, I lost more of it. Okay, I'm probably going to miss some of these. I have sacks of check later. Send some here. I'll go through them for you. We got piled. I got boxes full of sacks just for checking later. Those look AU to you? No, they're uncirculated, but they've been tossing around sacks for too darn long. This is what I want to get. I want to get these. I want to see steps. This, don't cut it. Either one of these would make it, you know, not full steps. So that's not going to cut it. Let's look at the strips up here. And I have to focus. How are we going to make this work here? No, that's not going to cut it at all. Not seeing anything here. A lot of wear on the die. You can get these, see these little radio lines? Sometimes they look like fireworks. Now I want to look at these points right on the sides of the M, for example. All right, I want to see the edges, the little points on these serifs. That's where the doubling's going to jump out at you the most. You know, E's are great. But I figured, okay, let's go through it. We'll pick it apart. Well, if I can't get a buck a piece of these, or enough of them, well, I still have the whole roll, and I just put that out at, you know, what I paid. Okay, we got a few more here. Quicksilver's here. Hey, Lincoln. 27. It takes 27 nickels to buy a blowjob. Oh, blow pop. It's the glasses. I can't see anything. Usually it's $2 in this town. Yeah. What do we got in here? Deterioration. Up at the top. That's what I'm looking for. Not seeing it. But we got, we got a lot of contact marks on this. These are probably MS 61, 62. Yeah. That's not going to cut it. Well, we'll just keep going through. Sometimes these things produce some mysteries. What do we got here? We got a little heavier mark there. It's the glasses. Let's see if I can make that focus just right there. That's probably it. Okay, see this one? We got 1, 2, 3, 3.5 pretty good steps, but I got that blemish right down the center. So I can point to that right in here. There's a pretty decent one, and one's going north-south over here. That's not going to cut it. Not particularly sharp in here. Let's see if we can see any splits. Now, there's a couple of varieties I've got, big fat bottoms on these. It'll jump right out. We get a couple of those, that'd be great. It'll pay for the whole roll. Otherwise, I think I'm looking at a lot of disappointment here. Anything yet? No, nothing. I would be in awe of selling a nickel for $1, but I bought a dime for $12 the other day. You spent $12 on a dime? Dude, we gotta talk. I got some stuff you gotta see. Yeah. How much money you got? Because that's exactly what I got. There's Paula. Hide the kids. Paula's here. Paula, I got a roll of 56s here. I got it from Lemon. And he got it from AppMax. Or, well, somebody at some point got it from AppMax. So this is had an AppMax sticker on it. I don't know where they got them. But that's as far back as we can trace it. So we're going to take a look and see if we can find some decent ones. Let me zoom out and see what we're looking at. It was silver and pretty. Man, nothing better than a nice shiny dime. Here's what we got. We got a roll of 1956s. They're not too bad. I got a little mark right here across his head. So this one's killed. All right, we got some contact marks. There's one here. And when you zoom in, they're pretty big. Lemonhead here. You didn't say you were taking my shift tonight. You weren't there. Dude, it's 3:15 in the morning. No Lemonhead. It's time to get active, huh? I mean, come on. So we got this here roll. We got from, let me get over here. We got them from Lemonhead. This is that roll of 56s you threw at me here. We're going to take a look. Oh, I threw out the wrapper. These came from AppMax, so we can't blame Lemon. He just sold the whole roll. Okay. But is there someone to blame if they're not that good? No, this is actually looking like a pretty decent, where'd we go? A fairly standard roll. Okay, you'll get a bunch of them that are kind of pretty good. But what you're looking for is the ones that they're going to perform. This one isn't going to cut it. I got a big gash here. It's going through there. Got a lot of little tiny marks. The stairs aren't too bad on this one. I'm going to get in there and look. But if we find one or two nice double dies, well, it'll pay for the whole darn roll. What do we got here? I've got a big slice diagonally. Can you see this one? And I got a vertical slice right there. Either one of those would make this not a full step. 1, 2, 3. 3 and a little more on these. We're getting close. Are they any good yet? They're okay, right? I'm not going to get a buck a piece of these. But they're pretty good. You know, if I'm putting together, books, take those folders and make sets. Yeah, this would go great in there. And I'd probably get, a quarter a piece, 50 cents a piece. What do you get, 20? Yeah, I think 40 cents a piece, I think, breaks even for shipping. I mean, they're not too bad. You know, you can get penny rolls for $10 for 57s, 58s, 56. You can get earlier 50s into the 30, you know, for in 20s and 30s. But it's how many do you lose? Because you can lose, you know, 3/4 of the roll to this sort of thing. Just because they were tossed around in bags for so long. All right, what do we got here? We got what looks like a little bit of MD. I don't see any doubling yet. We'll keep on looking. I'd like to see these bottoms just, you know, an inch thick, top to bottom. No, we don't have anything yet. So I'll keep them together. But these 5, and this is number 4, may have been the other end. The first end had crimper marks. What do we got here? Well, we're getting a little better on the contact marks. How we look? Looks pretty good. Okay, now this little bit down here, see these little fine marks? I mean, real fine. Is that the sharp end? That's the sharp end. Okay, this one here, the diagonal, that's a contact mark. This here, that's a contact mark. These fine lines, a lot of these are chatter, which is it's the way the metal structure is. It doesn't quite fill the die. There's always a little bit of almost there. And you're gonna see this on like on the cheek. You're gonna see it on his whatever you call this thing, his 6-inch collar. What is this awful thing? Yeah, and I gotta cut it. I might end up eating these. And chatter is not damage. It's not wear. Well, it can be wear. Sometimes you pluck some bits out of the face of the die. What do we see in here? All right, let's play with this just a little bit. No, I'm not feeling the love. I want to see splits on the L. I want to see splits on these points of the, whatever that letter is there. Okay, let's look at the back. RPM, not today. These are 56 Ps. All right, how we look? 1, 2, 3. All right, and big gashes right through. MD here. Are there any double dies in the new 2010 to 18 Shield pennies? Lots of them. Some pretty good ones too. Pretty much every year. All the P's. You don't find them so much on the D's. Maybe 1 or 2 of the S's. But yeah, they're out there. And you look for the letters in RTY. No, I'm not feeling the love on this one. You look in the date, because you get the 0 in the date, right? 2000 whatever. So you always have a 0 in the date. So look for cusps. That's not it. I'm out of. Here's a piece of empty paper. I've showed people this before. Let me come over here and draw a picture, because I just love drawing pictures. Okay. What do we got here? All right. Can we make this work? Gosh, barely. I'm going to have to move the camera over. Okay, give me something round. Here's a nickel. Is that big enough? No. Okay, here's something round. Okay, let me draw a circle around this thing. I can probably do it without shoving it. Let me stick my fingertip right here. All right, this is the inside of the 0. All right, just like that. Don't worry about this part. That's doctor's orders. Okay, if I got a double die, right? It was hubbed here, then it was a little bit of a shift, and it was hubbed again. But I'm going to make it bigger so we can see the effect a little better. I love these pens. Who can give me these pens? Okay. I'm going to just close this little gap because that don't really matter so much. Okay, you see here, normal circle is just round. I'll draw a third one. A normal circle is simply round. If it's hubbed once, because they're supposed to be single squeeze, right? They're supposed to be hubbed one time, but they're still hubbing them twice because well, the equipment wears out. It's not working right. Somebody was out late the night before. Okay, see how we're nice and round normally? It was probably made to get a nice round on the center of your 2009 or whatever heck date you got. If it's been hubbed twice, this is a doubled die. The hub hit the die, was retracted, hit the die again. It's been double hubbed. It's a doubled die. Okay, you're gonna have points. Instead of being round and smooth, you got a cusp where it kind of comes to a point, and they can be subtle. I mean, you gotta make that zero this big. Well, maybe that big. It's gotta be big. If you can't get it big, then it's tough to see. But you're looking at the little bits. Let's say you got a Liberty, right? I'm gonna give you the R. If I can draw that, and a T. Yeah, I can draw great. Huh? I can't art, but I can do an outline. I can graffiti. Okay, you're looking at the bottoms, right? You're looking at the tops. Because if it's been double hub, sometimes it shifts just a little bit. And let me make the T bigger here. Let's see, which way is that going to be? Well, let's just do a single looking thing. There you go. You're looking at this. You're looking at little tiny notches in the corners. I mean, that's a level of detail you got to be. You're looking at the bottom of that thing having a little slope or not being its usual straight across. Now, the nickel letters are bigger than the penny letters. And this is the nickel letters. So, dude, you gotta get right in there. I look at this area right here, not the whole M, because no, I'm looking at this point right up in here. That's my target. I'm looking at the from the right of the M outward. That's the area I'm looking at. That's the size I'm looking at. What's my pointy stick there? There it is. That's the area. I want to look at, oh, see the little pieces inside the E, you know, the horizontal and the big flare, the double flare. I'm looking at one side of that. That's the level of detail I want to be at. If you can get down to that detail, that's where you want to focus. Give it all your strength, all your energy, all your love, all your hate. I hate this nickel. Okay, one more of those potential enders, and we'll be in the middle. Yeah, you got to get in real close here. Okay, how we look? See the point on that one? I want to look at the point on that one. I don't see nothing. Now, one thing to look at on these nickels, look for these little tiny cuds, little die chips right up between the letter and the rim. And it's a form of peripheral die damage is what it is. They're not quite cuds, and it's not really a chip because it's, you know, right here on the edge. But they call them all kinds of things. Everybody's got a different name. Half the people call it a cud. Half the people call it a die chip. You don't see them so much on this side. Okay, what do we got here? This is more of a discoloration here. There. Let's look down here. See, his collar is so darn smooth. I mean, it's not flat. It's just generally undulating. Undulating. See the way it works? So if you got contact marks, you really pick them out well here. Now, we're at some pretty extreme magnification. You wouldn't grade a coin at this level of magnification. You come out and look at it. Okay, we got some better grades. I got a mark here, got a mark here. This one will probably get a 63. All right, as long as I know how many, a little mark here, a little mark here. I mean, not a whole lot. Of 64, half these marks. You can go twice as many and still be 63, but you don't want anything, you know, bigger than, say, this. You know, figure the length of the letter or the width of the letter. Nothing bigger than that. Thank you, Lemon. He will be happy. I'm always happy. I'm getting adjudicated. What'd you do? Let's look at the back here, because this one's looking pretty good. I want to see what this bright thing is. That's not too bad, really. I got a little contact right here. See this one? Yeah, this will go for $1 in this shape. It's decent. It's not screwed up. There's nothing, you know, jumping out at you. This is probably the biggest one. Let's look at these. That's what I want to see. Grand Theft Nickel. If you can work these, I mean, if you can work BU rolls, you can make. There's good money in BU rolls. You might have to go a lot of them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I get 3.5 steps. It's not enough. There's a touch of the fourth one down here. All right, that's kind of shot up right here. But geez, it takes a while to move 40 nickels, or well, in this case, let's say 10 nickels. I think I paid $10 for this thing, something like that. Maybe 12 with shipping. 10, 12 bucks. So what are you talking? 20 cents? How much is that per nickel? 30 cents? $12 divided by 40. I can't do that. That's 30 cents. What's that mark? I don't know. I don't think it's anything crazy. That's about the worst I want to see. Yeah, I can get $1 for this one. But if you want to work these rolls, recovering your investment isn't too hard, right? It takes time. So you're switching your time for, you know, the ability to recover your investment. Well, now it's just a matter of how many rolls can you go through, right? And dude, there's a lot of rolls out there. Let's have a look at here. L-I-B-E-R-T, what's that last one? Y. You know, these look pretty good. There's somewhere, some dieware. You know, they're kind of flowing. The tips of these letters are flowing to the rim. But this looks pretty good. Okay, there's one here, one there. This is okay. Now these are pretty small when you look at these. This is what, discoloration, or is that a titanic gouge? We'll back it up and look. Have we got? We have not. Oh, but we're getting better. These aren't quite there. Not good enough. But it takes a while to sell these things. I mean, if you got a market, right? There's some MD here. You can see that. That's unmistakable. Right? You can move a roll, no problem at all. But you eat so many of them, right? I mean, break it even is one thing. But you got to sell enough to break even. If you can't move, you know, a dozen of them out of a roll of 40 to recover what you got into it. Yeah, this one's not quite 63. That's a pretty titanic chew mark. The chipmunk's been into this. I don't like these. He's got more than, you know, should be allowed for 63. I mean, they're just, you know, everywhere. Let's look at the back. What's this? I don't know what. That's a big punk. No, I don't like this one at all. Okay, bye-bye. In you go. Oops, I don't have any proofs on my Jefferson page. You don't have any proofs on your Jefferson page. Why not? What do we got here? A little better than that last one. But I don't like these. These are too big. That's a little big. That's a little big. How's the color? Not really woodish. I think it's the camera producing those lines. How's the backside look? 1956 was a bad year for nickels. I don't do nickels much, which is why I think I'll hit that, because I don't do nickel. I don't even do rolls of nickel, circulator rolls. This is out. Yeah, they run these things ragged. They just wear these things. Nickel's pretty hard metal. It's not as malleable as copper for sure. So it shows in the dies. Do those look larger than normal to you here in the ends? Do they make silver nickels? There's some. Back in World War II, right? They've been 25% nickel since they started making the darn things in what, the 1850s or 60s, or way back in the day. 75% copper. Well, World War II came along. They needed a nickel because it would harden the armor, and they're building, all these tanks and stuff. So they needed the nickel to make another alloy. So they made the nickels. Well, from about halfway through 1942, right through 1945, and they put a big mint mark right above the dome. I mean, it was the size of this S, right? The P, take off this little tail, and that was the size of the mint mark, the P. They put these giant mint marks on them. What, a 30 or 35%? There's manganese, there's a little bit of everything in there. But the idea was, with that giant mint mark, the whole purpose of that was to make it easily recognizable, so that after the war, the mint could recover all their silver. Because it was just a temporary measure. Do whatever they can. I mean, they had sheep mowing the lawn in front of the White House, to free up a couple of guys so they can, make bullets or whatever it was. Yeah, that was an all-in event. That was no good. Tuck him in there. So that was it. Just part of 42, 3, 4, and 5, so 3.5 years. See the metal lines, the flow? It's like almost wind-blown snow right here. Going through, and you see it a lot of times under the chin, just like that. There's a low spot on his head here. Sometimes you see it right in his temple. And that's just a metal flow. These look pretty normal. Then we're done. What, about 8, 10 of these nickels? We're a quarter through the roll, so if there was something in there, we probably would have encountered it by now. Because if you get a hit, and if you get a die variety, a lot of times you'll find several. If these, and I suspect they came from a bag, which is why we get so many contact marks, like this big bunker, that was no good. A lot of times they came from the same, batch. So they're all made about the same time, one in the same bucket, got in the same truck, got in the same roll. So we only have, a dozen machines or so at a time making the same thing. So if you get a hit, sometimes you get several in that roll. And that's where the fun is, because, geez, if they're $5 a piece, $10 a piece, and they're already, in better shape here anyway. We get a little up here between the 9 and 5. That's probably just a die gouge. There's good money. But, well, you take a hit sometimes. You get nothing. I like eBay rolls because, you can send it back. Those rolls have been open. I had to make sure that, it was the right stuff. You weren't cheating me. That one's lousy. God bless America. Same drunk operator. That's right. Oh, we'll run that another. Don't worry about that crack. That's nothing. He turns around. He's got a bottle of hooch. Got some homegrown going on. See anything? I see nothing. Yeah, that is normal. That N. Long kind of a notch there. 1, 2, 3. Well, we got a bunch, but yeah, rolling around a bag will do that. Load them up in bags, throw them on a pallet, move the pallet on a truck. The truck went over, crabby roads because 1956, Eisenhower, well, geez, he was making great progress, but the highways weren't quite ready yet. Some of them were. But this went from, let's see, Philadelphia to wherever, and I'm sure it was limited on the highways. Email at Daryl USA, and 42, and the 42D, my favorite. October of 1943, they went to 35% silver. Yeah, they're out there. A lot of people don't know that. I mean, they got silver nickels. They got everything, man. Remember, there's exceptions to every rule. See them flow lines? Liberty looks right. I get the right date. Every now and then you get a roll. It's got a couple of dates in there. Maybe it was the end of the bag. What do we got in there? You see it? Ah, that's a piece of debris. See, I like the toothpicks because you can. Here's one. Here's a. What is this one? Here's a 1974. This is nothing. This is pocket change. All right. I can take a toothpick, and it'll take a while. I can push this across the nickel for a while. Now, if I do it long enough, I'm going to start to burnish that nickel. All right. And you can see this. I'm starting to change the color, the texture of that surface. But for a quick, touch to see if something's going to move, I can get in there and I'm not going to screw it up. But if I apply some pressure, let's find a nice blank spot. That should be easy. It's a nickel. All right. If I do it lightly, that's lightly. If it's going to move, it'll move. But when I apply pressure, that's when you're going to start to see the surface change. There you go. But for a quick getting in and out, I get in there and touch that, not screw that coin up. If it was a $10,000 coin, I wouldn't do that. What's the oldest penny you have found coin roll hunting? 1882. That's what got me going. That's what started me in all this. Ooh, see how thick these are? That's what I want to see. I want to see thick bottoms, but this is dye deterioration, and it's a 74. Okay, and I want to see it on this. Alrighty. My grandma had a box of pennies. Well, actually, she had a tin of buttons, because she saved all these buttons. She got a tin with 20,000 buttons in it. She got 5 shirts and they're threadbare. But by God, she got enough buttons for the whole county. Well, you never know when you might need a button. Well, she played bingo and she needed some more pennies because, well, she was, in her 80s and dropped a bunch of pennies. Couldn't pick them all up. So she needs some more pennies to go play bingo. So she said, there's some pennies in with these buttons. Can you pick them up? Because, her fingers look like, just God. Looked like that big toe she had. Still has this bright color and no corrosion. What does? I found that in Central Jersey. 42D is one of the better dates, not just in price, but you could catch that D over D. That's why it's one of my favorites. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going through these buttons because she's had these buttons since, Jesus came over in the Mayflower. And there's some pennies in there, sure enough. I start taking them out. And one of them, I'm 10 years old here. She was born in 1896. One of them that I found out had an Indian on it. It was 1906. Well, Jesus. When she was born in 1896, and this is, 1906, she says, yeah, that's what they looked like when I was your age. That is You know, that's how old she was when that looked like that. I thought it was a neat thing. But we kept on going. You know, there's a few wheat pennies in there, right? Because I'm taking them now. I'm setting them up, you know, the oldest, and you know, I've got all these by the year on them. Some have little letters. I just put them together. I found another one. This one you can barely see. It's 1882. I mean, it was just like a ghost, the whole thing, just smooth. There you go. See this? This is what I want to see in a roll of nickels. If you can get full steps, you're going to have a decent coin. This is a bad blemish right here. This is going to kill it. And this diagonal is going to kill it. You know, but if you can get full steps, you can probably get 15 to 20 bucks for that nickel. All right, let's zoom this out. My oldest penny was 1862. All right. What do we got back here right now? No. Oh, I got these that came in. That's a pretty penny right there. Isn't that pretty? This one you gotta get over here and look. Let me try to get the dust off. There, that's a pretty penny. If we can get it to focus, we're in business. This one wants to be cameo, wants to be. Not quite, but real close. A lot of the devices on the back, yeah, they're cameo. But to have a cameo proof, it's got to be both sides. I see this every now and then. People pull out a penny. I got this cameo. No, no. One side is. It's got to be both sides. So sometimes they change the die and they keep reusing one. But that's, oh gosh, it's so close. I like that one. So that's a better piece. That one go ahead. Oh, I've got the most beautiful 2-center on the way. That was a proof. What's this? What's it doing here? Home? Nope. Scope? Yeah, I don't know why this is over here. No, that's fine. Not a big one. There's one. That's the one? No, that's not the one. See if I can get this out. Hell yeah, there were. They made proofs. Starting what, the 1840s or something like that? There we go. It's a big fat penny. 1838. I get this for the big show. So yeah, we gotta have one of those in there. So we get a little penny, a big penny, a bright penny, a dark penny. Yep. Now, Silver, you needed. There was something you wanted. By God, I never heard from you, or forgot, or didn't get back to you. I forget. We'll take it. What's that? An 1838. There are an estimated 5,000 surviving specimens for 1838. This ain't the best. But geez, a lot of people never seen one of these. If I had a peso, stay right there. Nope, that's not it. There's a peso. If I had a peso for every 50s roll of nickels that ended up being like that one, I'd be rich. Rich. It's an okay roll. I haven't, but I got 1 or 2 63s so far. Not the best roll, but not the worst. This is fairly typical. What do you got here? Let's see. I got a couple of bigger bites across the hair. You can see it here. Across the cheek. All right. Little mark here. I don't understand. I'll have to see what that is. But this is probably about the, you know, you want to see the whole head. If you're grading any closer than the whole head, you're probably going in too close. Look at a little blemish here, and that's not much to worry about. This looks pretty good. Might have a little mark here on his cheek there. I got a drawer full. Okay, there. Right in the center, that's where they put it. They made it a high point because, you know, it's a portico type of thing. So they're always the highest point. They take the first hit. This one ain't too bad. Let's see. Now, looking at the camera, it's hard to tell. Is it? Yes, these are marks. Is it a discoloration or is it a mark? This is a terrible mark. We got a couple steps in here, is it? These look pretty normal. We got up here. Nothing. Okay, I can't quite give it 63 with these. It wants to though. It wants to get close. The front looks wonderful. I got no problem with the front. If you're gonna grade it, you gotta grade both sides. All right. Front's real nice. And the front is starting to push 64 territory, but I think this is a bit heavy. All right, but there one here, little one, maybe this here. This one takes it. That says not 64. Over here, yeah, this is just rim racked here. I mean, a lot of it's pretty good. You know, these spaces are pretty good. You got a blemish on occasion. Yeah, that might go for 63. Who's Ken's evil twin today? Wait, that's not copper. What have you done with Ken? These are 75% copper, and that's good enough. There's more copper in these nickels than those god-awful shield pennies. Right? They're like 2%. Somebody's been through this. Can we see this? I thought I saw. Well, look, see these bright lines right here, dark lines in between them. Does this look like a whirl? You know that's a fingerprint. Yeah. It's probably a very old fingerprint. I'd say it was done up in the 70s. Okay, what do we got? We got a mark right there, not too bad. One there. Normal spots. One here. Not too many. So I mean, this stuff like this is a candidate, but we got some discoloration. Now, if I had a whole roll that looked like this, I'd be one happy bitch. See, we got lots of steps. Yeah. Let's go in and look at those steps. Chef is here. It's about time. Nope. See that one right there? Takes it out. That one takes out the full steps, and I got another spot here that looks not so good. 1, 2, and almost the third one before it goes to hell. That's not too bad. This one I might get $1 for. Yeah. Now, if I was gonna, if I was having good success, I'd start putting these into flips right now. These rolls, they take a lot of work. What you got here? I got a big fat gash on the right. That kills it right now. I got a little, oh, that's a hair. We can do DNA on that. We can make a voodoo doll with that. They're gonna pay for screwing up this nickel. Yeah, that's real close. Boy, that's so close. We're starting to get better here. We're getting towards the middle. Yeah, that didn't quite make it. Full steps, yeah, that means they're full. This one don't quite do it. Too many people, especially the new folks, they say, that's close enough. That's 4 steps. No, it ain't. After midnight metal madness. Yeah, we're just looking at stuff. Got some chatter, got some contact. How's it below his chin look? Yeah, kind of a worn dye. Face looking good. All right, see, this one's easily a candidate. Now, right in here, for those of you not familiar, you got some, see, inside the D, inside the O, it looks like a secondary imprint. That's a die wear. Goes into the device, comes out, and grinds. Grinds more on the way out than on the way in. Yeah, that's a good candidate. That's $1 right there. Paula's back. Coin Dragon. Paula. Night, James. Have a great night. With Shelly. All the sexy people are here. You kidding? Where else would you be? At 4:06 in the morning. I heard Mushi somewhere and have been using it. Is it appropriate? Mushi. You mean like you could press on it with your finger and, you know, juice comes out? Mushi. I think somebody's using words like doo-doo. Yeah, if I can use doo-doo, somebody else can use mushi. This one don't have it. Geez, this one's closer to 61. That's a lot of contact on that one. Look at that back. The strike. Yeah, sometimes it hubs and it wiggles in the hub. So it just kind of makes everything just kind of mushy. That's too bad. Those are decent steps. All right. No good. Sometimes it's the way the design is. Okay, I don't like this mark here. I don't like these. These are awful. I'm going to send this to Annex. Look at this. Look at my nickel. It's like fireworks. I'm going to send it to Annex. Jesus. It's a 20-cent nickel, but I'm going to spend 18 bucks on shipping. To describe the strike, yes. See here? You know, I've got some wear on the die, and this has probably, you know, been contacted a bunch of, it's kind of mushy. See here in the window? It's kind of mushy. That's no good. Yep. That didn't cut it. Next. How you look? Same sort of thing. Heavy bag marks on this one. You see them all around here. That's not going to cut it. That's pretty flat. Yeah, they tumbled around that bag for years. Mushy, hell, I can't spell. Oh, mushy. Well, that makes better sense. I thought it was French. See that big gash right across the steps? This is no steps. But now we know. Yeah, they're decent, but they're not wonderful. They're kind of okay. Big one right there. I don't want to see stuff like that. See this? Compare this line to the height of that letter. About the same? That's a big mark. This one over here under his nose, that's pretty minor. This one right here, that's pretty minor. That one, huge. There's your letter. There's your gash. Is it AA or Pan Pahole? Pahole. Coin Dragon, have you been eating a lot of cough syrup by chance? I think we might want to sleep it off, baby. Trash. Steps look pretty good. I get lynch. I think it's from the glove. It's the only place, you know, I can think of. We'll put that in there. Hello, me. Meet the real me. There's Shelly. What you got here? This looks a little better. That's a kind of a big thing. Is that on the coin? You can't get that lint off. Lint is the most disturbing thing on close-ups. This looks better, but it's not quite 63 because of this big spot here. Sweating blue bullets. How come you're sweating bullets? You've been drinking that Red Bull again? See how close we are here? We've got really good steps on this one. How come this can be so sharp, but that can be so weak? Well, this is a deeper, this is the highest point of the coin. It's much deeper into the hub. That doesn't have it though. So it holds up on the die well. Oh my God, Coin Dragon. I missed something. 4,907. How? Where? NyQuil and Red Bull. Oh yeah, baby. You're gonna be hearing Jesus talk. You're gonna hear Jefferson talk to you through the coin. What's this? You see it? That's a little dye deterioration, I suspect. See the little lines coming off of it? Let's get in there. Yeah, we got metal flow all over this thing. There you go. You can see this. This is beautiful example of dye deterioration doubling right in here. And you can see the metal flow lines flowing from it. And look at the rest of the coin. Under his chin. Yeah. Get the chicken skin. Right here on his chin. Bet you that temple is going to show it. Where's his temple? We should see something in there. Okay, maybe not in there. In front of his face and eyes. Yeah, a little bit of chicken skin on some of these areas, the more vertical spots. All right. Get along in here. And watch these metal flow lines. Carrying the metal outward. I mean, it's not like it flows from over here, all the way over to here. Right? I mean, it flows like from that side of the star, part of the way through the star. That's how far the metal flows. It's not a huge amount. There you go. There's some flow lines up in here. There, right there, perfect. Way to go. See the way the R hooks up? See how it kind of hooks upward? Looks like it's got horns. That is classic dieware. And with my stick, you can see it on the T. See the little horns? It kind of blows out. Let's get right in here. Perfect. Right there. This is classic dye deterioration. If you see this and somebody says, is this doubled? Just smack them. No, you dummy. That's what you're looking at. Little horns. Yeah, you got them on the end. Can you see them on the end? How long would, now that you know about the horns, right, the little wings, how long does it take you to notice it on the end? It jumps right out at you once you know what the hell you're looking for. Yeah, see the direction of these flow lines over on the left? It's gone. See the direction of the flow lines over on the left? Let's see if I can line this up over here. And watch the direction of that hook between the eye and the end. It matches the flow lines. Okay, that's what's going on there. Trails. Kinda. Trails, we suspect, are the result of over polishing, where whatever the hell the abrasive being used gets into the devices, right, and kind of drags through the device and ends up leaving a trail. Anything here? No. I hope there ain't much more left. I'm getting tired. Yeah, that's when they hold a braiding 101. You guys are killing it. Come on. That's what they tell them. They think they're doing good because they're, they're government workers. Come on. I mean, really, should government workers be making the money that we use? You want a good product? Outsource, baby. Gosh, these guys just want their family time, their vacation time, their pension time, their emotion time. Yeah, whatever, man. Uncirculated, nothing great. What's that? What have we got right there? You see it? It looks like, yeah, it goes across the T. So something hit it after production. If the design is known for all this, why didn't they use convex dies? Because then they'd have to use concave hubs. What do you think of that, B? I think I want to get in and look. Contact. A lot of people look at just that. They'll look at that and say, oh, it's a double die. Okay, well, how come it's not over here? How come it's not over there? You got to extend the argument further and look at what else is on that coin. It lines up with that mark. Right, see this? Because a lot of stuff is directional. You're talking a half an inch difference here. Yeah, I got some marks that line right up perfectly with that. There you go. So that's nothing. Look at give it a holistic approach. Look at the whole goddamn coin instead of just that one single point of focus. That one serif. That's crapped. Too bad, huh? Look at that whole thing. Because the story of what this coin has been through is on the coin. Here, I'm seeing some of these little darky spots, these little blemishes, tiny ones, suggest there was some moisture somewhere in the history of this coin. Lost it. A lot of contact marks, right? Tells me, yeah, I spent a lot of time with a whole lot of other coins. They had a little coin party. They rubbing shoulders with a lot of coins for a long time. You get that on like 60s dimes, especially the 60 to 64 silver dimes. They're great shape, but not quite that great. 10. 10 what? Yeah, that's when they hold a braiding 101. Heck yeah, some of those Isle of Man coins look damn nice. They got some weird stuff on Isle of Man. A lot of triskelies, I think it is. If the design is known, yeah, you got to make the die. You got to use a hub. So they got to fit. Oh my God, it has to do, it has DDO. It's real. Look, I found 10. 10 what? Yeah, all in the same row. I post pictures. Dude, he's up on the comp zero. Yep. Yeah, you hit a BU rule. That's why I just love BU rules. It's one of my favorite things. You hit a BU rule, and if you get one thing, oh man, wait for it. Back when I had the diner, well, I've been in restaurants for years. I was worried about the health inspector coming, and we passed. It was not a freaking problem because I've been around for a while. But a health inspector comes in, they're going to look, and if they see something, they're going to dig more. Because where you see one problem in a restaurant, a lot of times you see a lot of them. She wrote me up for not having paper towels in the dispenser. I said, but there are paper towels in the dispenser. I had to write something. Yeah, all right. Where you go with that? Otherwise, she'll dig and find something else because they can always find something, by God. No, this piece of cheese isn't covered on this little corner over here. What do we got over here? What's going on there? If I bend it, what do we got here? What do we got there? The back of Jefferson's head? No. Okay, I want to look at that. The stairs look good. Big gash right through it. Man, every one of these has nasty stairs. But when you find one in a roll, go through every last one of them. Mary Love's here. Grab a cup, G's. Mary, we're looking at a roll of BU 1956 Lincolns. Okay, just dieware. See the flow coming out? If I bend that just right, we can see it. That's all that is. Nothing to see here. I had what was it, a 61? Bought a bunch of DDOs out of there. I mean, they're good. You know, you get a nice BU roll of pennies, and you find a kind of a minor DDO. You know, the one where it's like above the L or just below the L. You get a little extra piece of a bar. Barely can see it. I mean, barely. And I got, you know, 5 of the darn things. Well, you pay $2 for the roll, and you get 5 of these things are worth $5 a piece. You can spend the rest. It don't matter. So you sell off a couple of them, you keep one. There you go, heavy wear on these. These are late in the year, late in the week, or late in the month, late in the day. You know, these things are making what? How many coins are they making a day? 500,000 a day? You get 500,000 out of a die. Okay, there's a. That's gone. Yeah, you go in the morning, change all new dies. You come in the next morning, put in all new dies. That's not good enough. Any splits? Nope. And the guy in midnight changed them when he came in. There's a lemon challenge. I'm not doing a lemon challenge. I can't eat lemons. Can't. I'll eat a banana instead. What we got on that L? Is that something? Nah. The spot. Oh, good. Doo-doo. Zoom it out. Okay, we got a whole lot of crap going on his face. You got Scarface here. Geez, you got a lot of it. It's nice and clean. The fields, see how nice and clean they are? All right, but the high points, jammed all the hell. Because if I got a whole bunch of coins in a bag, home, there you go. How are they going to rub? They're going to rub like that. They're going to rub across each other. That's the high points. They're going to pick up all the contact. Right? They just bounce around, get jostled. I mean, sometimes you have one in at an angle, but they tend to flatten out. So you get the fields look real good. Scope. That says I was in a sack for a while. Too bad. How's that look? Boy, we get really good steps there, but I got 2 marks to go through just about everything. Not good enough. Big contact above the door. The door's sharper on this one. Well, good. I got some different ones here. Nah. Keep going. I start these shows off when I do a roll. I go pretty slow. That's why I'll pick it up. It's just down here at the bottom. No, just the way the light bounces off of it. It's a lot sharper. Still not good enough. But I don't have the wear lines down here. That's why the light's giving me looking like it's darker down here. So this is an earlier stage of the dye, and I still got good marks here. Nope, not good enough. How you look here? Crunchy, crunchy. They're playing tic-tac-toe here. No good. The robins are starting to squawk. How come? There's head. There's tail. Looks all right. A little chicken skin down here, of all places. Now, what you got? Boy, it wants to be full lines, doesn't it? Just not good enough. 1:25 in the morning in Arizona. 4:30 over here coming up. That one's okay. Not a whole lot going. We got a little bit of contact in here. Just moving around slowly. I don't like this line. I don't like this one at all. What's going on here? Looks normal there. Okay, this is a contact mark because it's nice and bright. But these don't look like contact marks. I betcha. Okay, parallel. Let's go straight up and down on these. What are you thinking? Because that's what I'm thinking. So these like like busted up cuticles. I think this is a lamination here. Pretty minor. Enough to grab your attention. Look at, you know what that is. You know exactly what that is. You've been watching, you've been paying attention. What do you got? What do you got? You got clown's feet. What do we call them? Clown's feet? Clown's feet or horns? What do you like better? Worn dye. Who's Burton Cummings? Like a race car driver or something? Nothing there. No steps. What the hell's going on here? There ought to be at least a couple steps. Come on. No steps. I want my money back. This is bullshit. So the camera's picking up a discoloration, a parallel discoloration here. I don't know if you can see that. Seems to be in this direction. Send it back. You're darn right. Send back everything I ever got from you. Every goddamn thing. If I don't have it, I'll send something different. What you got here? So that was, I think that was a bit of lamination, but I can't explain the stairs on that one. It must have been on the bottom of that sack. Yeah, that's heavy. I can't get sick for this. This like 61 here. This looks okay. I got a slash, but this bit, that's not gonna do it. There you go. You get a couple of stairs here right below the slash. Okay. I'm not seeing much on these. There's like 7 or 8 left. Outstanding tax bills. Discoloration, dead coloration, de-coloration. What do we got here? Yep, I'll send you my outstanding tax bills. No, not seeing it. Nope, no steps. We got a few left here. Let me move them over here. All right, see the size of this line, the length of it? Okay, it's kind of not so bad in the center, but the length of that is about as big as the letters. These are more prominent contact marks. The G.I. Joe mark, that's not so bad. This one I don't like. Oh boy, those look real good. Those look real good. Let's have a look at those. I don't like it over here. You see right in here? There's a break on that 3rd step down. Otherwise, geez, that looks real good. A little bit light in here, but that goes all the way across. And another little mark here. Okay, some are pretty good. 4th column. 1, 2, 3, 4th column. What am I looking at on the 4th column? What should I be looking at? Under 5x, it's good. Possibly. But on this one, I got some other marks. That one's real close to full steps. Can I get a 64 out of it? Let's have a look. No, I'm not going to get with that big gash on his face there. This one, yeah, I'd get $1 for this one. So I could probably get $1 for 10 of them. Those are real good steps on that one, though. Yep. But if I had to spend my life looking at full steps, I would lose my mind. Imagine that. What's Ken doing? He lost his mind. Oh, so what's he doing? Same as he always does. Not good enough here. Big soft spot here. Mushy. I already did. No. Say it isn't so. How you look here? Oh, this one looks, well, it looked okay until I saw the cheek. That's not good enough. Now you get a bunch of these, you know, you get these rolls, and you put together the, you know, full sets, and they look like this. Yeah, you're gonna make, you know, some coin on that. You'll make bank. That's a little over polished in here, I think. But it's a lot of work. What a couple of yellow jacket sets. It's Leon, we'll go through an old roll of 1956. Nice BU roll. Some of them are pretty good. A couple of them suck. Most of them are okay. Just not quite good enough. There you go. We get contact marks. Nothing too bad. There's an occasional, you know, discoloration. Not too bad. What's that? It's the same thing. Oh, I bet you that's some kind of doo-doo. I bet you that's some kind of adhesive. And we're checking out, we're looking at steps. We're looking for dye varieties here, especially around the, the serifs here. But I get too many contact marks and not enough steps. That's another one that's kind of close. Not going to make it, though. I'm going to have CJ do up a holder from our 1983 DDR 001. Yeah, they're slick. Have you seen these? Home. There you go. You get the holder, and it's solid. I mean, you know, they're going to take some pounding. But see how we've got this, where are we here? Give me another one. He's got I got a bunch here. Here's one. The only thing I would change in this design. Okay, see how he's got the entire circle, the entire ring comes in. I changed that so you only have about, you know, say 3 tabs. Instead of having the whole thing flush, the whole thing out, I'd have, you know, you got PCGS, I got, you know, 3 tabs holding the coin. That's it. That's the only change I would see making. They're pretty solid. There's your coin. But with the whole ring, well, you start to, you know, you miss a lot of the detail here. Scope. Nope. Scope. There you go. I mean, yeah, it kind of shows. You got pictured box. You can see the date here. You know, but if you had 3 tabs, maybe at, you know, 12 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you know, right in the way, covered EPU, the state, and the story. I think it would work. Here's what I'm talking about. See how it's a step down? Right in there. That's a step down. Just take this lower step and make it 3 tabs instead of a solid ring. And then we just, well, make it lighter. Make it a little, these take like 6 days to print these. Yeah, have them put your name on it. But they go right in. Let's see, home. Right, they go right in. You set them in place and just give them a little, that's it. Okay, that's it. Yep, and they come out just as easy. Just give them a little push. Just a little push. But they fit in flips. Huh? They fit in pages. If you're going to put in a flip, have them trim, you know, an 1/8 off the, okay, they fit in those vinyl, these things. They don't quite fit in flips, but they fit in these. They're made for these. For 3D printing, I bet there's all kinds of neat polymers in it. I got no idea. He said it's safe. It's safe. Don't worry about a thing, see, huh? Yeah, but they fit perfectly in these. I sent him some of these so we could practice. Why don't it fit in these? Get in. There. There it is. So it's solid, safe. CJ makes it, so you know it's good. And it's solid plastic, so don't settle for imitation. 6 days. God made everything in 6 days. All he got was some stinking 2x2s. They're really nice 2x2s. Look. You put your freaking name on the goddamn thing, for Christ's sakes. Look at that. See? Coin Dragon Coining Crafts. Coin Dragon Enterprises. Coin Dragon World Domination Incorporated. Ta-da. They're neat. Besides, what do you make? Nothing. Don't give me that story then. Right, let's go back over. We got another one here. Screen scope. Real good lines. Those are real good lines. I think I want to go look at these. I want some. I got some. You'll see the ad right below my head here soon enough. There's one. We got all sizes. Okay, what do we got? We got it right here. See that one? Is that enough? 1, 2, 3. I got a break in the top step right below the second column. Boy, that's so close, huh? And not quite. Second and third shelf. Second and third down from here over. It's a little weak. Yeah, that'll probably take $1. Damn close. That was damn close. I'm gonna get one of these coats. Grow my hair. We'll have a reenactment. Nothing there. Close. That might be $1 coin. What you got here? Get some. That's my glove. That's what that is. Nah. It's about a 62 with pretty good steps. I'm so disappointed. Yeah, but if you find one full step and a roll of Jeffersons, pay for the whole damn roll. How you look here? Right up in here looks a little weak between the second and third step. Boy, that one's real close. That one gets looped. So when we all meeting up and getting drunk, then calling it the YouTube coin convention or something, there's a hotel in town. They got like $75 for a night for a room. For a day. Yeah. Get everybody together. Everybody bring a box of pennies. We throw them in a big barrel. Scoop out, however many. Or we lay them out on the table and label them. And you can have like a coin roll menu. I'll have 2 Arkansas and West Virginia, sourced penny rolls. Just give me the jerseys. That one gets looped. Maybe. This one don't get looped. That's a goner already. Nothing there. Make mine medium rare. That'll be like a coin roll menu. Where'd you get these rolls? Tell me about them. These came from a credit union in eastern Texas, in a small town. in February. I gotta go pee. Yeah, see that one? We've seen that on another coin just like this. Yep, time for me to pee. Be surprised how nice those String and Sons jersey rolls are. Yeah, I'm back. Man. Any coffee left? Barely. All right, what do we got? And the last one. Yep. Stop moving. A couple of steps. Well, we got one, we got a loop. Now that mark on the left kills them all. Goes right through all of them. Yeah. Don't get hung up on the little stuff, I'd say. Alrighty. There, we got one maybe. And that's got it. Where's my tip lid? Didn't know about DDOs, DDRs, RPMs. Then he broke. I miss making 150,000 a year. Yeah, I used to make good money. Now I eat beans every 3 days so I can stay home. And I'm okay with that. Things are picking up. I wish I could make 150,000 a year. It was only for 1 year. Well, typically your expenses rise to exceed income. You know, you're making good money, you spend it, you're a little more easy, and you get caught up in your bills, and then you hit that fucking hardware store, dude. It's a power tool bonanza. I get shit in my garage I'll never freaking use. Thought I was doing good at 45K a year. Wish I was making. I'd like to make 10K a year. Boy, that'd be great. Pork and beans, beans and Franks. Franks and beans. Save a big fat, save that big fat piece of fat and the worm. Big piece of fat and the worm. That's your freaking night, baby. What else could you need? I did that. Filled my shed with Craftsman everything. Yep. You get that socket, you know, with the three-way head so you can get like under a manifold. Like you do that every day, right? Yeah. Just call you, but hey, buddy, I need that thing that gets up under the manifold. Bring that over. What? I got beer. I'll be right over. How the hell do you get the Frank before the beans? Franks and beans. There, let me get this out of my face. Okay, that was fun. I'll look at that when I find a loop. There's one. Huh. Look, I got a woody fingernail. Thingamajig. Home. There's home. Okay. Let me get rid of this now. Is that quarter? Yeah, I like these. These are pretty slick. What can he do with that? What would you do with that? You could do like a full page. You know, round these corners off so they're not going to cut anything. and do a whole damn page. All right, you get the sheet protectors, you know, and go in your notebook. Would that be something? Really, all you need is a whatever the hell container you got, because you can fit what 4 cents across these. You got one here with 3. I don't know where that went. What's this one? No. What's that one? Jeez, how many did he send? He sent so damn many. I don't know what they are. There's another. Oh, I already had a prop in it. There's one. There's one. I got one right here. Yeah, this one's got 3. So you got P, D, and S. Huh? Geez, you could do a whole sheet because it's stiff, it's rigid, it's pretty darn durable protection. That's the only thing I changed is make that 3 tabs. All right. But PDS, you get a whole sheet. That's 2 inches. You got 4 across, 5 deep, 20 years, 2 decades per page. Then what if, because they ain't flying out, what if like you had a guide on the page so that the pages don't rub together, but the little guides would rub together. And then you just put, 3 holes in it for a ring binder, and that'd be the whole damn album. That'd be slick as freaking dog shit right there. That put Whitman to shame. Sports logos, billboard space for advertising. This is, look, you're going to, you got a company, Coin Dragons Tax Services or Lemonhead Penny Company. You print your logo on that and you hand them out. Well, maybe not on that one. You put your company name on that. Now he can put this, off to the side, up in the corner, wherever the hell you like. This one's a little off center because it's freaking Connecticut. They're a little off center. But you put your logo in there, you hand it out at the shows. All right? Or you have a big space, slide it down more, don't put in the logo, and you just add a sticker. Is that one centered? No, it's not. That's Connecticut. It's bigger on the left. He's got Georgia is also a little off-centered because the shape of Georgia is, it's not a rectangle. It's not a circle. Let's see. New Jersey, that's about right. Pennsylvania is about right. Delaware. What can you do with Delaware? And he's going to make a whole damn map of these. That'd be slick. Error holders. Yeah. Well, you put your coin in, and you got a lot of space, off to one side or at the top, and you just add a sticker right here. Now, if you can fit one of these, right, that'll work. Then I don't have to do this yet. There you go. Piece dollar 1922 XF, $23. So there's your freaking sticker. I'm going to put that on a pen somehow. Okay, and this one, rather than have it printed or, have it handwritten, I can do those in bulk. Da-da-da. So I can give the whole page, like each one's a different, I type it in. That's working great. I've been practicing. Should rarity scale be on there? You can only get so much info. You want to write a book and put it with a penny? Keep notes. Where the hell did that other thing go? And go back a couple of days, right, and watch that video about the workbook. Seriously, we got to do this. But if you want to have notes like rarity, put that in your put that in the notes in your worksheet. There's some notes. See that? Just write it beside your stuff. You want to see that video. I mentioned you in it. Hell, you can put your neighbor's wife measurements if you want. Anything. That's no problem. Good idea. Give me your email, troll. See notes. 42, 20, 52. Big Ugly Sue was like that, except you put a 1 before all those. She was big. She was ugly. Man, she'd go outside and go for a walk in the sun. All the plants for acres would just, drop dead to the frost. Yeah. Poor kid. She'd walk outside, all the kids in the neighborhood come out, throw rocks at her. Jesus, she was ugly. I stayed drunk the whole time. It's the only way. Been working on Canadian since. Very nice. Canadians are terribly underrated. A 1. Yeah, a 1. Easy. Dude, she was big. Man, oh man. Is that a solar eclipse? No, it's Sue. She's coming up from the store. Give her another 20 minutes. You'll see her. Brace yourself. Those are map coordinates to Devil's Tower. Yeah, she was a lot like Devil's Tower. Okay, look, I'm going to go to bed. That was fun. We'll do it again. The page for the list. The page for the list. Can't add the piece of Morgan pages, but is there a limit to this? Just start another page. Or start another sheet. Start a whole new spreadsheet. Go to that green thing way up in the very top corner. Here, it's right here. Geez, I happen to have it. Okay, coin. Wait for it. It's loading. There it is. There's the coin spreadsheet. Right up here in the corner, you got this big green thing. You can click on that and you can start another spreadsheet. Yep. And here I can tell where Anthony Mazza's here. This thing has a chat feature, right? Comment. It don't work. Comment. Comment. Oh, there it is. What's this? Yo. Comment. No, that didn't work. Let me undo that. Where the hell's the undo button? There we go. Now come up here. What's this say? 1 billion. No. Oh, there it is. It's this one. Show chat. Yo. There's the chat. So you can actually get in here and, have like all kinds of shit to talk about. You have 30 different people talking about different pages. All right, can't fit the Morgan in peace. They won't let you add another one? Yeah, it will. Sheet 22 and 23. We'll put them over here. 20, 22. Yeah, we're not in a hurry for that. There's the pennies. Yeah, we can do all kinds of stuff with this. All right, there's the chat. Take care, Ken. Take care, whoever said that. Silver Topaz. And remind me of what it was we were talking about the other day, because I don't have any idea. Okay, let's get this back, and there's home. I keep losing the connection. See y'all, gotta go pee. That's all right, Aurelia. Orally? Medea. You can always watch the rerun. We were just looking at nickels is all. Yep, I've had enough. Been on for about 2 hours. It's time for me to go to bed because it's freaking 5 in the morning over here. All right, you guys stay groovy. I'm out of here.